Hey, sports fans, Larry Eater here. This is Brooks on Running. It's a collaboration between Brooks Running and RunBlogRun. We're with Isaac Benjamin. Isaac is a Brooks NIL athlete, a senior at South Kitsap. Is that correct?
Kitsap, yeah.
Kitsap High School, and you're right across the bay from Seattle?
Yep.
Cool,
Yep.
cool. Well, nice to meet you, Isaac.
It is nice to meet you too.
So you are a senior in high school, and I was looking at some of your times. Wow, 8:52:79 for the 3200, correct? All
Yeah.
right. Now, so do you guys run the 3K more than you run the 3200?
No, we're in Washington, we're the 1600 and 3200 are the events we run over here. I know like Oregon does the 15 and the 3K, but
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. No, in my rarefied days back in the 70s, it was the mile and the 2 mile. And then the big stuff was you get to run a 5K once in a while, and
Yeah.
which was kind of fun. Um, how did you get started in running?
Well, it's pretty funny story. So I was playing basketball in seventh grade
Oh
and I
wow.
broke my finger in like playing basketball.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I can't play basketball anymore. I can't play baseball anymore. And my dad was a runner and he's like, yeah, you should try running. And there was a club coach. So I gave it a try and I liked it. And then I stuck with it. And I was
Cool.
better at it. And then I never went back to basketball or baseball ever again.
Oh wow. Wow. How long did you play baseball?
I started when I was 4 and played until I was like 13 or 14.
Yeah, same. I did from like let's see, first grade to eighth grade. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you like about running?
Well, it's very rewarding. Like you get out what you put in, and it's really
Mhm.
fun. And you just get to go out there and like have a nice conversation with all your friends, and just enjoy the great outdoors. It's just a really fun sport. It's a really pure sport. It's like not a lot of luck involved.
Mhm.
If you train hard and run fast, you're hopefully going to do well in races and stuff. So I
Cool.
don't know. It's just nice.
All right. Do you like cross country more or track more, or do you just like them both?
I do like them both a lot, but I think I like cross country a little bit more because
Mhm.
cross country has more of that fun run element. Like
Sure.
you get to run in all the different locations and enjoy outside more. Whereas track is all tracks are kind of the same. I mean, all stadiums are different and you warm
Yeah.
up in different spots, but in the end, you're still running on a track and it's circles, and
Yeah.
circles are boring. So cross country is less boring. And also cross country has that team sport
Yeah.
bit in it too, which I like a lot. So,
Um, do you have a favorite cross country course or
I
favorite race?
do. It's between our league's course and our district course.
Mhm.
They're both really nice. Well, they're not necessarily fast, but they're like cool. I don't know. Our district course is at Chambers Bay. I don't know if you've ever been there before. It's like a golf course by the water. It's really
Okay.
cool.
Oh, neat.
And yeah, except it has a pretty big hill that you have to run up twice, and it's really muddy all the time. So it's not like the fastest, but it's a really nice, fair course, and it's pretty open, and lots of teams always are there. I think I like that one the most. Our district course is pretty good.
How do you do with hills?
So, not great, but I don't actually do that much hill work. But my strategy with hills is actually like the opposite of what most people would say. Most people are like, "Oh, you should grind up the hills." I actually like take it easy up the hills and then run hard down the hills. I
Very
feel like
smart. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that conserves more energy.
Mhm.
So that's yeah, I think I do pretty well with that, but I
Mhm.
don't know. I'm a pretty mediocre hill runner, actually.
How good is your high school team?
We're pretty good. We're pretty good. We can make state. I mean, it's I think we probably average maybe 1630, which is pretty good for a high
Oh
school team.
yeah, yeah.
So, but our district is really good this year, and only top six teams go. And right now, we're like sitting at sixth in the district, but I think we can do it. Like a lot of our guys have like been right there waiting for their breakout race, so I think we got it. Our team's looking pretty good. So
Cool,
if we can make
cool.
state, that'd be wonderful.
Oh, that would be. Now you've made state in track and field, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
What, your junior year?
Yeah, and my sophomore year. Yeah.
Awesome. In both the 1600 and the 3200, or
I've never ran state in the 1600 actually
uh-huh.
because I don't know what happens, but like my sophomore year, our district meet is at this certain stadium that has all these cotton trees,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like, I I don't know, I must be allergic to it or something because every time I run there, I like can't really breathe, so it's really hard for me to make it in the
Yeah.
mile because it's a more like oxygen demanding event compared to the 3200.
Hmm.
So I've never ran state in a mile before, and also last year I was like super sick during leagues, districts, and state. And so I didn't make it in the mile. So, anyways, hopefully I'll make it in the mile this year.
What do you like about the 3200 distance?
Um, it's longer, and I'm better with longer stuff.
Hmm.
Like in the 400 and the 800, I'm not very good,
Hmm.
but the longer it gets, the better I get, and that's the longest event, like the track event you can run at, say, state for track for your school.
Uh-huh.
So that's I don't know, I really like it, and
Cool.
yeah, it's
Cool.
longer.
Um, what is, do you have a favorite workout?
Mm. That's a good question. There's a lot of workouts I like and dislike.
Okay. Okay.
But I don't know. I like mile repeats a lot. I know that's
Okay.
probably weird. A lot of people probably don't like mile repeats, but I think they're pretty fun because you get to do a lot of them and they're not, each one isn't that hard if you're just running them at, say, a threshold pace.
Yeah.
So you get to do lots of volume, which I like running lots of long distances and stuff. And you're running just hard enough to where you feel really accomplished afterwards, but not so hard to where it's like, oh, that was really difficult. So probably mile repeats is probably my favorite one.
What is a workout you know is good for you, but may not be your favorite?
Oh, that one, I can answer that for sure. It's it's we call them like VO2 max 1Ks or
Okay.
whatever. So we'll
Okay.
go to the track and we'll do VO2, we'll do a 1K at and we'll take equal rest. So quite a bit of rest and we'll do like 8 of them, but I'm supposed to be running at like 3K race pace. So
Okay.
8 1Ks at 3K race pace is really hard to do. So even with equal
Wow.
rest.
Yeah.
So it's good
Yeah.
for me, but I really hate it. I only do it like once every 3 months or
Okay.
something.
Okay.
But I hate that one, but it's probably good for me.
Do you like racing the 3K distance?
I do. I honestly, I think I like 3200 more because it's easier to do the math.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you come through 4 laps and you're like, okay, I'm halfway there at whatever. Whereas
Yeah.
3K, you're like, wait, that was 1500. So let's see. If I add 100 meters, it's like
Oh
you're
yeah.
doing too
Oh
much
yeah.
math.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, I like the 32 more. 3K is still fun. It is shorter.
Uh,
So, but yeah, I like the 32 a little more.
do you do the 800 much?
Not really. Last year, I did the 800, I think maybe twice,
Uh-huh.
and I was just pacing teammates for it. But it's a painful event. I don't know. The 800 hurts in different ways. I
Yeah,
don't really like
I
it.
always thought it did. Now, when you at a dual meet, do they have you do the 800, 1600 and 3200, or do you kind of go between one or the other events?
It kind of depends what my coach wants us doing and where we are like in training. Like
Sure.
he might be like, "Oh, today I just want you to do the 800 and then pace a teammate in the 1600 and
Okay.
then do some mile repeats afterwards." Like I did that a lot last year. Like
Uh,
if you went and looked at all my races, you'd see a bunch of miles that were saying like the mid 430s. That was just, I'm just pacing one of my teammates for
uh-huh.
to like get the league standard or something, which I actually really liked doing.
Yeah,
But but yeah, it just kind of depends what my coach wants. But
sure.
yeah.
Um, what's the toughest part of the 3200 for you?
Um, that's probably not going out too hard,
Okay.
actually.
Okay.
I think the key to running a good 3200 is to run negative splits,
Hmm.
but in big races, it's hard to like conserve it that first mile because you're all amped up. You want to run really fast. So I'd say it's the most difficult part is making sure I'm running the correct speed so that I can optimize the energy and stuff.
Have you raced outside of the state?
Yeah, I've raced in Oregon a few times. I've raced in Florida before, actually, for Junior
Oh,
Olympics,
oh, cool. Oh,
which I
cool.
didn't like. It
Uh,
it
yeah,
was raining, and then it wasn't raining, and then it was raining again, and it was really hot and really humid. I didn't like it, but
yeah. The humidity in Florida, especially if you're from where you guys are from, it's a
Mhm.
whole different world. Where did you run the 852 at?
That was at Arcadia.
Oh,
I'm sure
nice.
you've heard of Arcadia.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. What did you tell me about that race? What did you think of that race?
I was so excited. Like our team had did the 4 by mile the day before, and
Uh-huh.
we placed like sixth or something in the 4 by mile, so we were all really hyped.
Yeah.
And so now the 3200 I felt like was just kind of like icing on the cake. So I wasn't really that worried about it because it's like, oh, we already just did really good in the 4 by mile.
Sure.
And my coach had told me, yeah, just go out there and just run in like second place. And then if you want, you can take the lead with like 800 to go. And he was really like casual about it. And it was like a fun race because I wasn't really too worried. It was a big race, but I was just kind of there for fun.
Uh-huh.
And it ended up going really well. I was really happy with it. So yeah,
Now, have you done the Brooks PR invite?
I did that when I was in eighth grade. I did the Brooks PR Junior.
Wow. Okay,
I
cool.
know.
Oh, neat,
Yeah. I
neat,
even
neat.
have the little thing I got on my door back there. On one
Oh,
side it
nice.
says running, and the other
Yeah.
side it says sleeping, and I flipped it every day since I got it in eighth grade. Not
Oh,
kidding.
nice. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. Um,
Yeah.
how many times have you run in Arcadia?
Just the one time.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
We'll run
Um,
again. We'll run there again this year.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Um, is that the most competitive race you think you've been in on the track?
Probably, well, Nike Outdoor Nationals was pretty competitive as well. I don't know. Those two are probably about equal, I'd say, in competitiveness, but it's up there. It's up there. Yeah.
What event did you run at the Nike indoor outdoor?
I ran the 3K,
Okay.
and that was at the end. That was the only individual event I did. And then we did a bunch of relays before that. We did like the DMR and the 4 by mile. Yeah, that was it. DMR 4 by mile and then 3K at the end.
What's your favorite relay?
DMR. The DMR is so awesome.
Uh-huh.
Like, cause you got the 400 guy and the
Yeah.
800 guy and the 1200 guy. Like, you got all the different breeds of runners. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's
Yeah.
so fun, and it's like you pass the baton off, and let's say you're in a 50-meter lead. So let's say you only have a 400 guy that can run 60, and they have one that runs 50. Well, it's just anything can happen in the DMR. It's
That's
so fun.
cool. That's awesome. That's awesome. Where did you run your 3000? The
Um,
813.
that was at Nike Outdoor Nationals.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, Tell me about that race.
That was also kind of funny. So because I was sick, my through leagues, districts, and state, and a little bit after that, since we'd already like signed up for Nike Outdoor Nationals, it's like okay, we still have to do it and at least do the relays. But I actually didn't. I wasn't sure if I was gonna run the 3K because I wasn't feeling very well.
Uh-huh.
And but the two relays went all pretty good. Our team got All American in both of them, and I'm like, you know what? We're here another day. I might as well just run the 3K. So that like same thing with like Arcadia. I wasn't really worried about it. I was just like, oh, let's just run the 3K and see how I feel, and hope I don't like do bad. But I don't know. And then it just went really well.
That's
I guess I
awesome.
just run better when I'm not too worried about it. So,
That's cool.
but
That's
yeah,
cool.
I'm really happy I decided to run it though.
Where did you run your 1600 of 413?
Um, that okay. I ran 413 twice, and I can't remember which one I ran faster. One of them was I think I ran faster at the South Sound Classic, which is it's a meet like say an hour drive from here, kind of
Okay.
over close to Seattle, and
Okay.
it brings out some pretty good local competition. Like some of the best guys in the 3 and 4A kind of go there,
Hmm.
and it's a super nice track, and the weather was really good and the comp was good and PR City.
Cool. That's awesome. No, it's always fun getting a PR. I
Mhm.
love that. Um, have you What shoes do you do your easy days in?
Right now, it's the Glycerin 22s.
Okay. And what
Yeah.
shoes do you do like your tempo and your harder work in?
So I actually, I'm a shoe nerd. I have a
Okay.
very big shoe rotation.
Cool.
So
Good. That's healthy, I think, you know?
yeah, so for my easy runs, I do the Glycerin 22s.
Okay.
For me, there's a difference between tempo and threshold. Tempo is slower,
Okay.
threshold is faster. So
Okay.
for tempo runs, I use the Hyperion threes, which
Oh,
are
wow. Okay.
a little more like they're still a fast shoe, but they're still like slightly more daily training oriented. They have good support and all of that. They
Mhm.
feel really good for tempo runs. And then for threshold, I actually use the Hyperion 2s, which is the last year's version. And the reason I
Wow.
really like the Hyperion 2s is because they weigh like nothing. They're
Yeah.
super light. They're one of the lightest shoes I've ever had. And I've had lots of shoes from different brands. And
Yeah.
they also don't have a plate, which I don't really like running in plated shoes very much. So they're very natural, really light. They feel like absolute butter at running threshold intervals. And I'll go a lot of my faster workouts in those too. But if
Yeah.
I'm doing a really, really important workout, like those VO2 Max 1Ks, for example, I will wear a plated shoe, probably the Hyperion Elite 5.
Okay.
So yeah, probably a four shoe rotation is what I use. Those are the four. But I really like all of them. They're really good.
What do you race cross country in?
Um, that depends. I have two pairs of spikes, the Hyperion Elite LDs and the Hyperion Elite LD2s. And the
Okay.
difference between those, one of them has six spikes, one of them has four.
Okay.
And for muddy courses, like
Yeah.
Chambers Bay, for example, I wore the Hyperion Elite LDs because those have six spikes, so you get a little more traction. But
Sure.
for courses that have like better footing and stuff like that, I'll wear the version 2 because those are a little bit lighter and have that more responsive DNA gold foam. So technically that the spike is like faster, but it has slightly less traction with the four spikes. So when it comes to muddy courses, I'll wear the version 1, and then better courses, I'll wear the version 2.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Um, what spike are you wearing for track races?
I'll probably wear the version 2 because
Yeah.
traction's not really an issue on the
Yeah.
track.
Sure. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
yeah, so and those are pretty fast. Those are really light, and I've had lots of spikes too, and those
Uh,
they're pretty good. So
um,
yeah.
what's a typical week like for you in training?
Okay, so Mondays, I like to call it, well, when I'm doing, say, base work, I
Sure.
like to call it mile Monday, where I do mile repeats on Monday. It'll
Okay.
probably be like 6 times mile at threshold with a minute rest.
Okay.
And then Tuesday will be an easy run. Then Wednesday will be a double threshold. So I'll do some tempo in the morning and then some threshold in the afternoon. And then Thursday, another easy run. And then Friday, I do 400s. So I'll do 20 to say 24 400s with really short rest, that like say 30, 20 to 30 seconds. But those will just be at threshold. I might pick up the last, say, eight of them if I feel good.
Mhm.
And then Saturday will just be easy long run, maybe 10 miles with the team, super easy. And then Sunday, I'll just go for a little jaunt and stretch after, kind of mainly a rest day. But yeah, that's that's kind of what it looks like. I do the same thing pretty much every week. So,
During now, how often are you racing right now in cross country?
um, once a week or once every other week, it kind of depends. Some races that aren't like super important, I just treat them as a workout. So I'll do say some tempo in the morning and then race and then do some threshold after the race, depending on how, important the race is.
Mhm.
But But yeah, I think I'm racing like once a week or once every other week. I mean, now it's going to be I have districts this week, state the week after that, and then I think NXR is the week after that. So, we got some races coming up here.
Do you do the NXR up in South Dakota or down in South Dakota, or where do you guys go?
It's in Spokane this year.
Okay.
They moved it. It used to be in Boise, but yeah, they moved it to
Okay.
Spokane.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Um, when you're during track season, do you race every week?
That also depends. Some Sometimes we go for a stretch where we race every week, and then we'll take a
Yeah.
break where we don't race for a little bit. It
Yeah.
kind of depends what coach wants because a lot of the meets we just do as workouts. So if they're like a smaller, say dual meet or something, or we pace teammates or things like that. So it kind of depends what he wants, and and yeah, but there's always lots of meets on the schedule, so we try to do as many as we can.
Um, do you do indoors at all?
Um, kind of. I don't do an indoor season. I like to just do base work, but I will do one or two indoor races for fun because it is pretty fun to run indoors, do
Oh
something
yeah,
different.
yeah.
So there, Spokane has a really nice indoor track that they used for like USA's one time,
I like
and
that. Yeah, I was there in 2020. That was a
Mhm.
fun event. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I like to run there, just do something, and then also the University of Washington puts on some indoor meets. Like Mile City is one of them where they have like 30 heats of the mile, ranging from guys
Oh
running 8 minutes
wow.
down to 4. It's
Yeah,
really fun.
yeah.
So yeah, we're definitely going to do that one. And their track is cool. It's like a 300-meter indoor track, which is that track is pretty fun. So
What's
yeah.
that like running on that?
It's kind of interesting because it's in this little building where the wall is like right next to the outside lane. I think it's only like 6 lanes,
Yeah.
but it's weird because if you're running in the outside lane, you're right next to the wall. So yeah, it is pretty cool, but it's a cool experience. Like you feel really fast because like, wow, I just finished a lap. Wow, I finished another lap. So anyways, and it's nice because they can open they have these little mini like garage like doors they can open and get good airflow in.
Oh,
So you don't
nice.
really get the indoor cough that
Sure.
with the
Yeah.
dry air. You don't really get that there. So yeah.
Yeah, I've been there several times because when Brooks started the PR invite, it was indoors. So from
Really?
2010 to 2016 or 17, they did it indoors, and
That's interesting.
it was really fun because they would do it. It was the last indoor meet of the season,
Hmm.
and they would do the mile, the 2 mile, all the normal track events. But it was a fun meet. And then, they moved it outdoors, and I think they've
Uh-huh.
done a great job with it. But I tease them once in a while and say, you guys have got to do an indoor and an outdoor Brooks PR. But,
They should bring an indoor one back. That'd be really fun. I
yeah,
think a lot of teams
it
want to
was
do
a
that.
really a kick, and I just enjoyed it because I hit probably 30 meets a year, and it was
Hmm.
one of my favorites just because it was just all about you all racing, and it just kept it really fun. So
Yeah.
that kind of kept it cool. Um, do you have athletes that you admire? Is there anybody that you look up to?
Oh yeah, quite a few.
Okay.
Um, I'd say Jakob Ingebrigtsen is one of them.
Cool.
He's really insane. Like a lot of the workouts he does is the same stuff that I do,
Uh,
and he has a really unique like mindset when it comes to running that isn't 100% like my mindset, but it's really cool to see how he looks at it because
yeah.
he's always confident, he's always positive, he's like, he's got it going. And then Cole Hawker is another one.
Yeah.
Cole Hawker is just he's a dog. I don't know how else to say it. That guy is just that guy's just insane.
Yeah, I've interviewed
So,
Cole, and I was over in Tokyo, and I got to watch him win the 5,000, which was
mhm.
amazing. That
That was
move
insane.
with 100 to go, and then Jakob Ingebrigtsen, I've interviewed 5 or 6 times, and
Wow, really?
yeah, he's a fun interview, and he told me that his favorite distance, or he thinks he's built to run the 3,000.
Yeah,
But
I
then,
would agree with that.
but he likes, obviously he loves the 1,500, but I think, the 5,000. Um, have you ever got to see Josh Kerr run?
Yeah. I mean, I met Josh Kerr at Brooks PR this last year when our team ran
Oh, cool.
they ran the 4x8,
Yeah.
and yeah, he signed our spikes and everything.
Oh,
It
nice.
it was really cool. So I got to meet him there and I watched him run. There was a meet at Hayward Field. I watched him run. I can't remember which one it was, but he's a really good like he's got a great kick and all that. Like he's a fast dude as well. He's another one of those runners I look up to. Like him, Jakob, and Cole Hawker. Those are probably the three biggest. Oh, and like Eliud Kipchoge as well. Can't believe I ever got to talk about him. He's also up there. But
Yeah.
yeah, Josh Kerr is great.
I saw Josh win his world championship in 2023.
Hmm.
I first met him when he was 17 at he was racing in the UK, and I would go over there to watch a few of the meets, and then Elliot, the first time I saw him run, he was 18 years old, and he won the world champs at the 5,000.
That's right. I
And,
remember that.
and
I've watched that race numerous times
yeah,
on
it's a
YouTube.
funny one too because with 200 to go, the BBC reporter is still saying, "Oh, don't worry about the 18-year-old kid. Look at, Kenenisa Bekele and
Mhm.
Hikam El Garouche."
Yep.
And Elliot just zipped by him. But when I interviewed Elliot first time after he won London Marathon, he told me that the reason why he did so well is because he focused on cross country first and then moved to track and then moved to the roads. He was real like very classically trained. And
Mhm.
I think that that's what Josh is. I mean, Josh, I have a great picture of Josh running when he was 10 or 11 in Scotland against Jake Whiteman, who's also
Oh
a
yeah,
Melbourne
Jake
champion.
Whiteman.
Yeah, and so they're both Scottish, and they both have won world champ 1500s. And then they did cross country, they did track, and then they moved on to the elite level. Do you hope to run as a professional athlete?
Maybe. I don't really know. Like, I know that running, you can only run fast for so long.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to have, like go to college and get a degree and have like a career,
Uh-huh.
something that I can, do for my whole life that,
Sure.
will make me money up to retirement.
Yeah.
But, if a professional opportunity comes my way, I'm probably not going to pass it up because, I might as well use my running years to the best I can. But yeah.
Cool. What do you like about the being a Brooks NIL athlete?
It's really nice because they really like support you kind of through everything. Like especially now when it's really, bad weather and stuff like that. It's really
Yeah.
nice to be like, oh, I don't really have to worry about bad weather today. You know what I mean? And it's also nice because like I ran really well last year and it's like I've already like kind of proven that I can have like that I kind of earned it. So
Yeah.
it's like they're just going to support me through whatever happens this season. Even if it goes bad, they're still going to be there. If it goes great, they're still going to be there. It's just really nice. And I mean, they're right across the water. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I can
That's
just
cool. That's really
drive
neat.
an
Yeah.
hour and a half and they're right there. So,
Oh,
you know,
wow. Wow.
yeah.
Um, what's your favorite class in school?
Oh, that's a good question. I have a lot of classes that I like.
Huh?
Oh man, accounting is pretty fun. I know
Okay.
that probably sounds weird, but I do
Huh?
like accounting.
Yeah.
Um, Chemistry is really fun. Those are probably my two favorites.
Oh, cool.
Accounting and chemistry. Yeah.
What are you thinking about for a major for college?
Probably like business.
Uh-huh.
Business, marketing, maybe accounting. I don't know. But I really like all those things. Business related things. I
Hmm.
find those fun. So definitely something along those lines.
Are you thinking about schools right now?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I've been in contact with, a decent number of schools,
Uh-huh.
but
Uh-huh.
yeah, trying to narrow it down because, application deadlines are coming up. So yeah.
Are you going to be able to visit a few or not?
Yeah, I visited one, which was Gonzaga.
Oh, nice. Good. Okay.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Pat Tyson, who ran with Prefontaine and stuff.
I know
Yeah.
Pat. Pat's a good guy. And I went
hmm
down to Santa Clara down in California.
hmm
And so Gonzaga is in the same conference. And
Yeah.
cool,
Yeah.
cool.
I'm gonna try and visit a few more once the cross season is over because it's hard to
Uh-huh.
get visits during cross country season because I'm in
Yeah.
season, they're in season,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
but yeah, I'll try and visit a few more afterwards.
Awesome. Do you have a favorite running book?
Oh yeah, it's Coaching Cross Country Successfully by Pat Tyson.
Oh,
I've read
nice.
it a bunch.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah. It's a great read. Check
Cool.
it out.
I will. What's your coach's name?
Ed Santos.
Okay. Okay. And he's coached you all through high school?
He's been the coach at South Kitsap since 1980.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
My era. So I get that. Yeah. Cool. 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 Um, do you have an inspiring quote, a quote that inspires you about running?
Yeah, it was actually one from Prefontaine. And I
Uh-huh.
don't remember like exactly how it goes, but it's something like no matter how hard you train, someone will train harder. No matter how fast you run, someone will run faster. And no matter how hard you want it, someone will want it more. And then he says, I am somebody. I think
Yeah,
that's a pretty good quote. I don't
that is a
remember if that's
good quote.
exactly how it goes, but it's along the lines of that.
Very close. Very close.
Yeah.
Well, Isaac, you survived 35 minutes with me, buddy. You did a great job.
It's been
Uh,
fun.
and thank you. Yeah, I enjoyed your answers. I enjoy how much you inspire me. You're having fun with the sport. And what do you love about running?
Like, it's so fun.
Yeah.
It's so fun. It's rewarding. It's a pure sport. You get to be spend all this time with all your friends, you know, and it's really satisfying to wear out a pair of shoes all the way to where you got to get a new one, and
I
people look
like
at you
that,
like you're
Isaac.
crazy.
Isaac,
What are
that is
you doing out there running in the rain? But yeah, it's just a great sport. Enjoy outside, and it's lovely.
well, good luck for the rest of cross country season. I hope to see
Thank
you
you.
at some of the upcoming cross country events. We're with Isaac Benjamin. He's a Brooks NIL athlete from the state of Washington. And Isaac, thank you so much for giving us some time today.
Thank you for having me. It's been a blast.